Hi guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and today I wanted to show you how to make this cute little milk carton box. It's just a standard little box with the milk carton lid, and you can pull it off and you have a box. I'm going to fill mine with Halloween candy. So I did mine in Halloween, but you could really recreate this box for birthday treats, Christmas, whatever you want to do. It's really quite easy, and you could fill it with all kinds of things. The box is pretty good size. The box bottom itself, let me measure for you. I think I know, but let me just check. It is a 2.5 inch box. So it's 2.5 inches tall and across. So you can fit quite a lot of things in here. And I love how the lid just pops on and off. So cute. So let me show you how to do it. Okay, first thing you need is a piece of cardstock. And the cardstock measures 7 by 7/16 by 7 by 7 and 7/16. It's kind of a strange, it's just under 7.5 inches. But you need the bottom to be just a tad bit smaller than the top, which is why we had to take a little bit off. And I'm actually gonna grab we need to do some scoring. I'm just gonna grab my trimmer here. And I have my scoring blade, and we're just gonna score this piece at 2.5 inches on all 4 sides. You guys see that? I know I'm over a little bit, but let's see here. So 2.5 on all 4 sides. I definitely recommend using a piece of cardstock on the bottom because you want the bottom of your box nice and sturdy. Okay, but for the top, you can use cardstock that you've stamped, or you could use designer series paper. All right, so there we go. 2.5 on all 4 sides, and let's set that aside. Then you need a piece of your designer series paper. So I'm using from the Toil Trouble paper from the 2018 holiday catalog. This side has the bats, but I like the stars here. So you want to pick something, it would be okay if it was a pattern that had to go up and down. You just want to make sure that you remember what's the top and what's the bottom when you're scoring it, and I'll tell you that in just a second. So we want to feed it in the long way, and you want to score this at 2.5. Okay, so 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. Okay, now if your paper, now we're going to rotate it. Now the top side you want to have to your right. So if your pattern has to go this way, you want the top to the right. All right, so we're going to score this at 1 inch. So let me get this lined up right here. So we're going to score it at 1 inch. And we're going to score it at 2.5. Okay, so the side with the little 1/2 inch, it would be your top. Okay, and let me put that away. All right, so now let's go ahead and burnish this. I like to do, let's go ahead and burnish these the long ends. So the 1 inch part is the bottom, and the little 1/2 inch is the top, and then let's go ahead and burnish this way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and set that aside, and let's go ahead and burnish this. Give it a nice crisp fold. And I'm not sure if I said this is pumpkin pie cardstock that I'm using for my bottom. All right, then we're going to take our scissors, and what we want to do, so right now it kind of looks like a tic-tac-toe board. So we're going to start with this piece right here on the right, and we're going to cut up this tab, and we're going to notch a pie piece out. So go ahead and notch a piece out, and we're going to cut some of it off. Just like that, so it looks just like that. Then we're going to rotate it once, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to do the right square on all 4 sides. So that, notch it out, cut a piece off. And you can see mine's not totally perfect, and that's okay. Rotate again. Notch a piece out. The reason we're doing this is so that we want our box to be even on all 4 sides and have the same amount of thickness on all 4 sides. And when we glue our box together, you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, there we go. Get rid of those. Okay, so now we have to glue our box together. So let's go ahead and do this first. So I like to, you can see how it kind of goes in like this. I want to flip it over so the outside is showing. And we're going to grab our tear and tape. And we're going to put the tear and tape on all 4 of our little tiny, of the little tabs we made. So I want it to be nice and reinforced. So I'm going to do one at the top and the bottom. If you still have fast fuse, that would work really well on this. So we'll just go ahead and quickly tear and tape all of these. I don't recommend using snail adhesive on boxes just because it's not quite strong enough to hold the box together if you're going to be putting goodies in it. And why would you make a box and not? So the tear and tape works quite well. You could use multi-purpose glue if that's all you had. You just want to take a little bit of time to let it dry. But multi-purpose glue is a nice strong adhesive. Okay, so we have these 4. Okay, and then let's grab this one. So we want to, again, remember this little narrow, the little 1/2 inch is the top. So what we want to do is we want to stick our glue on this little 1/2 inch flap here on the end. So this is going to go on like so. Okay, and then we're going to want to go to the inside, and we want to go all the way across on the inside of that little 1/2 inch flap. So let me line it up. Go all the way across. And then flip it over, and you want to pick, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles here at the top. Just pick 2 of them, it doesn't matter which 2, and go ahead and stick some tear and tape along 2 of them, but not next to each other. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. But you could do these 2. Those are going to be the ones we pinch in. All right, so that's all our tear and tape. Let's go ahead and grab the bottom box again, and let's peel all of our tear and tape off. Okay, come on. 1, 2. I find it a little bit easier to use my paper piercing tool to grab it off. Otherwise, I sit and battle with it. It's really not hard to tear off either, but for some reason, whenever I'm filming, I really struggle. I couldn't make any videos last week because I had a horrible cold, and it would not have sounded good, but I'm definitely doing better now. Okay. And 4, come on. Okay, so our box goes together like this. So we're just gonna start with 1, and you just go up, and the tab is going on the inside. So pinch, and then you see how each one will do a different side, which will keep our box nice and strong. So just line it up nice and straight. You don't have to cut these tabs down like we did, but I feel like it fits better in here. If you left them whole, it'd be a really tight squeeze. Okay, so there's our cute little bottom. Simple, right? Okay, for the top, go ahead and leave these pieces on right now. Let's go ahead and peel just this one off. This little end piece here. What have I got? I've got this all sticky now. Here we go. Let's peel this one off, and we're just gonna fold this over. And line that up and press. Okay, so we have our lid like this. Now, whichever sides you put the tear and tape on, those are the sides, so you want them facing outside where you put your tear and tape, and these are the sides we're going to pinch in. Do you see it like so? So I like to pinch it first and make sure it's nice and straight. Make sure I'm not bending it in anywhere. There we go. So see, it will look just like this. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna open it back up, and we're gonna actually pull out the tear and tape that's on the inside. So let me find my end here. There it is. And let's go ahead and peel this off. This one's a little bit trickier to get off, but once you find your end, then it'll just come right out. Okay, and again, we're just gonna pinch it together. So what I like to do is I like to line up this little piece here first, pinch, then this one, just so it's nice and straight, pinch, and this one, pinch, and pinch. Okay, so now it's kind of like this, and then let's go ahead and peel off these sticky strips right here, or this is not even sticky strip, it's tear and tape, and pinch it together. Like so. And one more. All right, so see, not complicated, just a few steps, but it's not hard. So now I've got my cute little milk carton top, and it should fit right on top of my box. And it does. Look at that. Super cute, right? I love it. These would be so cute to make out of Christmas paper too. All right, and then of course we just need a cute little decoration for our box. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tie some ribbon. I have the black satin ribbon, and I want to tie that around the bottom. You could do any ribbon to match, or you could skip the ribbon altogether. So I'm going to, let's see, what will make this easiest? I'm going to tie a knot, I think, just so that it doesn't come undone. I think that'll be easier for tying my bow. Okay, so now I'm going to tie a bow. Again, I want it much smaller than that. I love satin ribbon, so pretty. Okay, so that looks okay to me. So let's go ahead and trim this down. Don't need it quite so long. Okay, so there's my cute bow at the bottom, and I can fuss with that later to make it exactly how I want it. Okay, and then for the top, I grabbed the Spooky Sweets stamp set. I'm going to use the Spooky Sweets word here. So I've got that right here, and I've got my black memento ink, and I'm just going to stamp that on this little tiny piece of pumpkin pie cardstock. This is 3/4 by 1.5, and hopefully I can get this right on there. Let's see. Remember, all pieces of paper have two sides. Okay, so let's see if I can get that right on there. Oh, that looks perfect. All right. Spooky Sweets, which will be great since I'm going to fill it with treats. All right, then I have a piece of crushed curry cardstock, and this is 1 3/4 by 1, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that right on there with my snail adhesive. Okay, and then I'm going to, actually, let me go ahead and stick this on my milk carton lid. Let's see, right like so. Okay, and I want to get that on nice and tight. There we go. And then to finish it off, I'm going to grab one of our Spider Trinkets here, and I'm going to stick that on there. So these do come with a little loop on the top, I guess, so you could like dangle it if you wanted, but I don't want to stick it right on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my scissors, and this actually will come right off. If I twist it, see, it splits apart, and then I can take it right off. So if you don't want that on there, you don't have to leave it on there. And I'm just going to stick a glue dot on the back of my cute little spider. And this little guy, he's going to go right on like so. Oops, I've got a glue dot stuck to my finger. And that is my cute little box. Isn't that adorable? I love it. And here's the other one. Aren't they so cute? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my blog, a2zstamping.com. Thanks, guys. Bye.